no-go. Oh, man. I'm going to cry if we start dropping frames, like, right now. Okay. I'm just going to try to give it a second. Oh, Bladecom, thanks for the resub.
Greater than 3.
Thanks for the resub. Welcome to the tournament staff. Good to have you here. Let's just see if we can clear this frame drop thing. It's going back to green, so fingers crossed. Yeah, it's just skipping a few frames. I'm going to cry if this doesn't fix itself shortly. Please just be a little hiccup. Oh, no. This is bad. It's dropping pretty low for me. Okay, we're going to give it a second. Let me switch to just chatting. Let me switch to just chatting, and let me see if we can clear this. This is like the worst possible time for this to hit. So, but I guess just to cover a few other things, you know, thanks so much to everybody who joined. It looks like bitrate's recovering. Thanks so much to everybody who joined and competed in the exhibitions. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for everybody who stopped by to view. We are going to keep going. I'm just trying to stall for time right now a little bit in case this bitrate doesn't fix itself. It looks like it's not horrible. I don't know. It's kind of like fluctuating up and down right now. I don't know. I mean, if you can hear me fine, it's probably fine because there's not a whole lot of like engaging on screen like stuff that's gonna happen. You know, this is just a slideshow at this point now. I will pull up the slideshow on my end just so I have it ready. Let's see, Google Slides. Pull this up. It looks like it's fixing itself. It doesn't look that bad right now. So I think we're all right. I'll probably start rolling with it in a minute. All right, so let me see if how I can best do this. The only thing that's worse with the frames is the tail. Oh, I could ditch the tail. That might help. Okay, so let's do it over here so I'm looking straight ahead. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna roll with it. If it's horrible, like if it really crashes, then we'll do something about it, but I'm pretty sure we're functional enough to do a PowerPoint presentation, right? I don't want to stall too long because you know, it's not like it's crashing to 0 either. So let's see if I go here and turn this on. Boom, there it is. All right. So this is part 2. Oh, hold on. This is a little too high up. This is part 2 of the debut. Let me just make sure I'm above it. Yeah. Okay. So part 2 of the debut. This is going to be a little bit about me, kind of where I come from. If you've seen another VTuber debut, I'm trying to do the same thing. So it's a little bit about me. You'll get to know my lore. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, we'll have a good time with this. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Vag, you were saying last night, you're like, this is the part I tune in for. So yeah, I'm hype. All right. So my story. So as you can see, I look quite different than most. I'm not from your planet. My home planet is known as Mariama. I don't know where it is relative to Earth, but it is obviously not in this solar system and probably not even in this galaxy if I had to guess. So I come from another planet, and I can talk about how I got here, and I can talk about kind of what goes on there. So that planet is actually very similar to Earth. The climate, atmosphere, and even like how communication and technology works is actually very similar there, which it's lucky. It's lucky that I got transported here because, I was able to acclimate pretty well. And what I remember largely about my home planet is that, compared to Earth, where there are many different life forms on Earth that kind of live in a different hierarchy with each other. You've got like your humans, and then you've got like the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. All of those are basically on equal footing on Mariama. There are plant folk, like in some of the movies here on Earth, there's like, walking trees or talking trees. And, obviously I'm of the Kitsune folk. There's a lot of different ones, and they're all called different things over there. But it's not really worth talking about what they're called up there. It's what you would know them as. So tree folk, fox folk, wolfkin, any kind of like fish people, merfolk, bird people, and even folks who would probably pass as regular humans here live up there too. So the biggest draw of all the people at my home planet is the Mariama Games. They occur every 9 Earth years, and all of the inhabitants of the planet are treated to a grand, epic, basically a tournament. It would be very similar to the Olympics held on Earth, where all the nations kind of come together, all the continents of Mariama come together and compete in basically everything that you could imagine. Hundreds of games, basically over probably like 3 or 4 Earth months. It's a little longer than your Olympic Games here. I'm a big fan of the Olympic Games because it reminds me of home. And so basically it's like different nations compete in different fields to it's not even necessarily to prove who's best. It's really to show off what the life on that planet can do. And, build everybody up to better themselves. And, many years ago, I wanted to join the Kitsune folk Mariama Games team. And so, I trained really hard. I beefed up my brain. As you can see, I'm not very big. I wasn't going to participate in any of the feats of strength. We had a really strong team that year. We had genius tacticians, strong athletes, fierce warriors, skilled pilots, nautilusts, everything you can think of. The Kitsune folk were a really strong team, and I wanted to be a part of it. So I tried my hardest, and I failed. I got eliminated in the first round of competition. They test you in a lot of different areas. There were written exams. There were tactical kind of strategy simulations. I did not quite do it. So I don't have the physical ability, and I didn't have the brain power either. I really didn't stand a chance. So while I wasn't able to represent my home nation, I wanted to support them. So I watched every minute of the games that year. I was obsessed. I didn't sleep. Just as much as I could get by without sleeping, I would watch everything. I would watch the feats of strength, the knowledge bowls, and study up every moment that happened, because if I wasn't going to do it this cycle, I was going to get into the games next cycle. Bet. So I took notes on everything. I had pages and pages and pages of notes. How did the tactical, experts, compete in their games? How did the feats of strength play out? What kind of folk won different things? And it turns out I wasn't even paying that much attention, because by the time the games were done, my head was spinning, and I didn't even realize that the Kitsune folk had won. So now, not only do I have to qualify, I have to defend the championship on the next cycle. That was so much pressure to bear. But if you know me, that wasn't going to stop me. So I studied my notes every day, in and out. And for motivation, I even bought a ticket to go to the capital city and see the cup live. they bring it back, obviously, to the capital of the nation and put it on display for everybody to see. And they threw a whole festival to celebrate the Kitsune folk victory. And so they had all the relics and artifacts and everything that was used. You could see murals, portraits, props, everything that was done. I mean, I saw the spear that the General Hein had thrown to hit a target from 1,000 meters away. Photos of the fighter pilots commanded by the General Lib in the sky battle that we won. The 120-foot long skyfish that was caught in the fishing competition. They had all that on display there. I mean, I didn't even feel worthy to be in the presence of everything, but I was overwhelmed. And I mean, I was just glowing. I was smiling from ear to ear. And finally, by the end of the exhibit, I saw it. The Maruyama Cup itself. And I tell you, it is huge. It's bigger than me. Like, I'm not very big, but it's bigger than me. And being in its presence, I was awestruck. And that was when I hatched a plan. So I was going to hide out in the crowd as long as I could. I'm pretty small. I can hide. So I hid in the crowd as long as I could and waited for the exhibition to close. And as everybody was shuffling out, I hopped into a garbage can. Yes, not the most flattering way to get by, but I hopped into a garbage can and hid out until the exhibition closed. Once the last light went off and everybody left, I peeked my head out, and that was when I knew I was in. So I brushed the loose bits of trash off of myself, and as I walked over towards the cup, I said to myself, if I cannot win this next cycle, I want to at least be able to touch it now. And that was when it happened. I reached out and grabbed the handle of the cup, and I was met with a white flash. And my senses were dulled, and I felt like I was being sucked into the cup itself. I felt like I was being pulled through a hole. And with no explanation, I woke up here on Earth. Touching that cup somehow transported me to your planet. And like I said, it's very similar here. So besides the noise, it's a lot quieter on my home planet. Besides the noise, things are the same. I will say, though, these ears don't help me stay concealed. They do kind of make me stand out. Took some time to get adjusted, but eventually I found a home here in something very familiar, and that's competition. And you call it esports. I was a fanboy. I was obsessed with the Maruyama games. Esports, Evo, the League World Championship, all that stuff is just like, it's on a smaller scale, but it's just like what I was obsessed with back home. So competitions, games, prizes, I know all about that. And through games, I found a home away from home here on Twitch TV, in the tournament series, in the FGC. Yeah, I found a home away from home. And, I love it here. I still want to get back to my home planet. I still want to get back to Maruyama, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. And, if I can't make it back, I'm going to start the Maruyama games here on Earth. We're going to have something of that scale. I want to bring the wonder and glory of that to Earth. Through esports, through competition, through everything. So, and I see it, the way I see it, it's a combination of your Olympics, plus the League World Championship Series, plus the World Series of Poker, plus fishing competitions, plus singing competitions. It's all on the world stage as a big combined event. I want to see that. Welcome to Earth. Thank you. I've been here a while. You just probably haven't seen me. You heard poker? Yeah. So, poker is very similar to a game that we played back on my planet. Essentially a bluffing game. I'm also not very good at bluffing, but it's nice to meet you all. That's my story. So let's talk a little bit about myself, just so you can get to know me a little bit more. So my name is Ryer. I am 3 cycles old. As I said, the cycle is the time between the games. So 3 cycles is about 30 Earth years. I know I don't look it, but I'm about 30 years old on your scale. My birthday is July 20th. It's coming up. Just just in case. Have I heard of Among Us? Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm playing a game right now that's similar to Among Us. I'm a shorty. I'm only 159 centimeters. About 5'2" if you use not metric. I'm a tournament organizer. You already know. I work with WASD behind the scenes. I'm at work, so I can't stick around, but have a follow. Thank you, Ignis. Much appreciated. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. So many new followers today. So many new friends. And languages, as far as what I speak, just English. But I want to learn Japanese. So, I am kind of obsessed with Japanese culture. I am one of them weeaboos, as they would say. So that's a little bit about me. My likes, things that I like. Kitsune must stay young for a while. Yeah, I can't really compare. I don't actually know how long, folks live. I mean, I'm not young. I'm just short. I was kind of a runt in my, family. So I'm not, young. I'm just not built. I'm just tiny. Things that I like. I like esports, obviously. I like games. I love the ocean. I love being in the water. Was it known as English on Mariama? No, there was no England in Mariama. And the way folks communicated there was... It was like... I can't really say, they spoke English, right? It's just the way the languages are similar. It made it very easy for me to learn how to speak English when I got here. Communication, the way sentences are structured and the way that kind of adjectives, describers are put onto words is most similar to English syntax. And so that was the easiest language for me to learn upon arriving here. And then I built my vocabulary pretty quickly over the years. I love the ocean. I love the water. I like getting in the water. I'm kind of cursed when I swim in the ocean, but I do like it. I get all soaked. And I get bit up usually by red wine enjoyer. Oh yeah. I'm surprised that England didn't end up colonizing. I love music. These ears are great for listening to any kind of music. I love all kinds of music. One of my favorite things to do is cheer for my friends. If you've ever been to a tournament with me, you know I love to cheer for my friends. You know I scream my heart out. I like baking. I'm pretty good at baking. I'm not the best cook, but I'm pretty good at baking. I like to bake largely cookies. I'm a cookie enthusiast. I like experimenting with cookies. Musical theater is another thing that I really, really, really enjoy. I most recently saw Waitress on Broadway in New York. I had to wear a hoodie. At least it was winter, but I had to wear a hoodie in the theater because my ears would block the view of anybody behind me. So, but I saw Waitress on Broadway and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was astonishing. So I love the musical theater. It ties into my love of music. Foods. I love sushi. I'm probably lagging a little bit, so I apologize just because of the frame drops and stuff. I'm probably going to be a little behind with the stream, but that's okay. I love sushi of all kinds. I love chocolate. I love popcorn. I was joking with Mag yesterday about this. He's like, I don't know if I would put popcorn on my list of likes, but I like popcorn. I like gourmet popcorn. Tofu is my favorite protein to add to anything. I usually choose the tofu option or the meat alternative option if I have the choice. Anything spicy as well. I'm going to go as spicy as possible when I go out to eat because that's what I like to experience. Drinks, I enjoy water, of course. Tea of all kinds. I like black tea. I like oolong tea. I like white tea and green tea. Big fan. Alcohol choices, I like gin. Do you have a go-to recipe for cooking with tofu? I do a peanut sauce, like a tofu peanut sauce. If you think about hot pot or KBBQ, where you have the sauce bar where you can mix stuff up, I essentially kind of go to that. And I put, what you do is you mix cornstarch, soy sauce, soy sauce, a little bit of honey, a little bit of sriracha or chili powder, and then a scoop of creamy peanut butter. You stir all that together, and then you like, what's the word? You like toss the tofu in that, and it comes out, you stir fry it in a wok, and it comes out so good. It's like, it's bomb. I love it. That was one of my meal preps for a long time, is all that put together. I like gin. That is my go-to alcohol. I like cranberry juice as my mixer or just as a standalone drink. And I love red wine. I don't like white wine terribly much, but I love red wine. I will get blitzed on red wine if given the opportunity. Dislikes. I don't like the cold. I am currently stationed up in Florida in the United States of America, and that is a warm destination. That's a warm spot. So I really, really like the warmth. I don't like the cold. I don't like mean-spirited sarcasm. I feel like a lot of people's sense of humor is built around this kind of abrasive, sarcastic, mean-spirited image. Next combo breaker, we get some cab. Oh, I'm in. Let's go. I don't like mean-spirited sarcasm. I think people should be genuine if possible. And humor comes from a positive, warm place, not from like abrasiveness or negativity. I cannot stand soft noises. If anyone knows what that means, I have misophonia. And so like tapping, chewing, scraping, those types of noises really, really get to me in a way that like I struggle with. Like bad. I actually have to leave the room sometimes if the noise is too disruptive. So I don't like soft noises. Foods, I don't like milk or most dairy. I despise mayonnaise. I think it's like the grossest thing on the planet. If it's hidden in my sandwich or something, I can survive. But like, I don't like it. So I don't like ASMR. I cannot get near ASMR. ASMR and mukbang videos actually trigger me. Like the actual definition of the word trigger. But milk, chicken, and mayonnaise are some of my least favorite foods. I've eaten so much chicken in my life that I actually just can't with it. My pet peeves, I already mentioned loud chewing. Kind of bothers me. Wait, where'd my mouse go? I lost my mouse. Oh, there it is. Oops. Okay. Loud chewing, I do not like. Wait, you don't like milk? I do not like. I will only eat milk with my cereal. And that is all. I do not like milk. I don't like loud chewing. That really bothers me. And this one I thought was funny. I don't like when people talk about their seating. Just hold it and move on. In tournament, if you have a seating complaint, don't tell me or I am going to seed you against the first seed every single time. And I struggle with small reptiles and amphibians. I get scared. I don't know what happened to me when I was younger, but like I think like a frog jumped on my face or something when I was young because I cannot be near lizards, frogs, snakes. Any of that stuff really scares the hell out of me. Games. Here are the games that I like to play and some that you'll see on my channel. I love fighting games. Not surprising. I play basically everything. You saw 5 games already in my exhibition series. Hold up. What about Peepo? See, it's strange, right? Like, I love Pepe and Peepo and like all the little meme frogs, but I don't like real frogs. I've been given apologies about seating before. You are the opposite. Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm sorry. You gotta hold that. Because usually my seating's pretty good. The only time my seating is off the wall is if it's like the first time you've shown up to our tournament and I don't know who you are, in which case drop your ego. Not everyone knows who you are. Or you like leveled up immensely since the last bracket. Otherwise, I'm usually pretty good with seating. I love fighting games. I love puzzle games. So you saw the fighting games that I play. I don't play 3D too often. I don't play Tekken. I don't play Soul Calibur. But all 2D and all anime, I'm in there. Puzzle games are my second favorite type of game. I like Money Puzzle Exchanger, Tetris, Puyo Puyo, Tetris Attack, Panel Attack, all those types of games. Magical Drop, big fan of those. I could play horror games with my eyes closed. I have fun. I like the stories of horror games. I play Magic the Gathering pretty avidly. I play Commander format, as everyone does nowadays. I like worker placement board games. I don't know if you've played those, but like Scythe and Lords of Waterdeep is a really good one as well. I like deck building games, like Cryptozoic DC Deck Builder, as well as like Dominion is another deck building board game that I'm a big fan of. Dungeons and Dragons. I love D&D. It's super fun. I play a ranger every single time, and I don't change, and that is my shtick. I will play a ranger every single time. Escape room games. Zenharu and I have played quite a few escape room games, like Escape Room in a Box. Hey, Red Creeper. Escape Room in a Box type games and things like that. I love VR chat. VR chat is a big part of why I do what I do. It kept me sane during the pandemic. I like pool, like Q-stick pool. Visual novels, I'm just starting to get into. It's kind of the variety games I've been playing on this channel, but they're super fun. I'm playing Raging Loop right now. And then also, it looks like the frame drops have stopped. Okay, I'm going to pause here. The frame drops have stopped. Thank you for your patience. If you refresh the stream, you'll probably have a more live chat experience. So I'm going to give everyone 10 seconds to refresh the stream if you want. It might be a little more delayed than 10 seconds, but... So pool, billiards, yes, love it. Visual novels, and then turn-based RPGs. I'm old school when it comes to RPGs. I don't like action RPGs as much, and I don't like ATB RPGs. I don't like active time battle. Like FF7, to me, it's been both an active time battle and an action RPG. If FF7 were a turn-based RPG, it might be like one of my favorite games ever. But I kind of... moved towards FF10. Played any Shin Megami Tensei? No. But I've played Persona. And I like the idea of Persona's turn-based system. FF10 is my favorite of all time. Whenever pool comes up in conversation, I'm always like, yeah, one of my friends is super good at pool and knows a few trick shots. Is that me? Or is that Chelsea? Chelsea's way better at pool than I am. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I can do a few little trick shots. Yeah, Chelsea is... she would actually... if she wasn't sandbagging, she would 50-0 me in pool. Yep. She's that good. Let's see. And yeah, so I've played Persona. FF10 is probably my favorite turn-based RPG of all time. And then I also recently played Omori, which is a turn-based RPG. And I'm thinking of replaying that on stream as my next variety game. That game is very near and dear to my heart. Anime. Okay, I have not seen a ton of anime, but the anime I have seen I like a lot. And so you'll find that there's a lot of anime on here that might be a bit typical. It might be a bit like... Oh, everyone puts that on their list of favorites. Well, I don't have a very long list of things I've seen. So one of my favorites of all time is probably Yuri on Ice. I had to put that first. That was a huge part, just strictly speaking, that was a huge part of me getting my shit together after being like heavily depressed for a few years. You know, I arrived here, didn't really know what to do. I was kind of wandering. I tried teaching for a few years. That was not the way. I was super depressed trying to be a teacher. And then I found Yuri on Ice, which, for whatever reason, really picked me up out of my funk. So I owe a lot to that anime. And it's schlocky and it's schmoozy, but it is one of my favorites of all time. Given, my Discord profile picture is from Given. A lot of people ask me what it's from. This is like an anime about a band. It's super cute. It's super wholesome. It's about like two bandmates who fall in love with each other. and they like have to kind of reconcile their feelings. And then one of them had like a past relationship that was kind of damaging, and he's kind of depressed, and he holds on to the guitar. Oh man, my heart's kind of melting. He holds on to the guitar of his ex, and the other protag teaches him how to play that guitar, and then they form a band. It's so cute. Oh my god. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Everyone knows about this one. It is one of my favorites, though, I must say. Run with the Wind. This is a super cool anime that I don't think a lot of people know about. It's a sports anime about running. And it's about a college running team where the coach, or not the coach, the captain is in his like last year of college, and he sustained a pretty heavy injury, and he needs a team of runners to compete in this marathon. And he recruits like a misfit cast of runners. And by the end of the anime, you're in love with every single member of the team. It's just so feel good. Made in Abyss. Oh shoot, my soda exploded. Hold on. My 7-Up exploded. Made in Abyss is the opposite of a feel-good anime. It's a very sad anime about kids in dungeons. But I think it's very, very good. And the OST for Made in Abyss. This is actually funny. Koyo asked me recently, what my favorite game OST is. And I gave my answer. But my favorite OSTs are anime OSTs. And Made in Abyss's OST is amazing. So highly recommend that. Tower of God, I believe it's a Crunchyroll original. I love the animation style of it. It's based on a webcomic. And the plot isn't... the plot is very straightforward, and I don't want to say predictable, but like there's no real like crazy twists or anything super unexpected. So Tower of God, I love it for the animation. Sangatsu no Lion, this is what I'm watching right now. It's a shogi anime. Brilliant. It tackles like the subject of depression and like how connections with other human beings can drag you out of it so well. I absolutely love it. Kakegurui, Netflix original, I think, or Netflix adaptation. It's about a high school where gambling is law. Like, you can basically gamble for anything, and you can make the gamble whatever you want it to be. And if you win the gamble, you win whatever was put up at stake. So people's status and stature is based on gambling. It's a super fun anime, and it's just off the walls. So I love Kakegurui. Kuroko no Basket. Probably the schlockiest sports anime out there, but it's so much fun to just watch them like bust out and go crazy with the like superpowers that they end up getting by the end of it. Ping Pong the Animation, the anime to end all anime. Ping Pong the Animation is a 10 out of 10, no questions asked, masterpiece of an anime. I cry every time I watch it, and it's only like 12 episodes. Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. This is another anime about a band. It's not gay though. It's just about kind of a kid who kind of finds his way through life through a band, and they like become famous. It's got a lot of like Japanese speakers singing English covers of songs. Like, one of the ones I really like is, it's Follow Me. I think it's called Follow Me by the Beatles. It's like, da-na-na, na-na-na-na-na, and the main character sings that with like a Japanese accent. And like, so I love the music in it, and it's just a super fun anime. One Outs is a sports anime. You can tell I like a lot of sports anime. It reminds me of home. One Outs is a baseball anime where the Tower of God is absurd. I love the animation. One Outs is a sports anime, a baseball anime about a guy he plays a game called One Outs. And basically he says, I will pitch a full game, and if I give one out, in other words, he has to perfect the other team every time. And his contract states that if he gives away one hit, he owes them like millions of dollars and forfeits his contract. So it's super fun. Your Lie in April, if you don't know, I highly recommend you watch this. This might be the thing that made me cry the most ever in my entire life. And I watched it in the middle of the pandemic. I watched it like July 2020. And I was going through something with like someone I used to know pretty well. I was going through something with him, and like I watched Your Lie in April, and I just like I I walked out into the kitchen and I just looked like a wreck. And I walked out and I was just a wreck. And my mom's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "What happened?" And I just started explaining the plot of Your Lie in April, like a little bit. I just got like one sentence in, and I just I melted. I just started crying, and like I let it all out. Your Lie in April was a very good cathartic experience for me. Skip through a couple of these pretty quick. Death Note, everyone knows. It's a classic. Again, I haven't seen a ton of anime, but I really like Death Note. It's very, very good. You know, it's cliche, but it's, you know, one of those that's talked about for a reason. I like Haikyuu. I think it's a really good like stock sports anime. Volleyball is fun. Makes you root for the team. Sailor Moon. Big influence on my young life was Sailor Moon. Definitely learned a lot about myself through the lens of Sailor Moon. Prince of Tennis. Another candidate for my favorite of all time. You want to talk about schlock and sports anime? Prince of Tennis goes so over the top. There were a few people in a in like a text chat. It was like me and Purist Club, Red, Triplicate. A few of us were talking, and Prince of Tennis was brought up. And I just started like going off on Prince of Tennis. Like everything I love about Prince of Tennis, I started talking about. And then Cowboy Bebop. Not much needs to be said there. It's a classic. In my like younger life, it was on Adult Swim, you know, late night. Some of my first exposure to anime was Cowboy Bebop, so I give it up to that. Movies. I'll go pretty quickly through these as well. I've been told to watch Your Lie in April like 5 times. It's super good. It looks like I am delayed again. Looks like I'm dropping frames again and delayed again, so y'all will catch up to this. I'll wait. I'll wait at the end. It's okay. Yeah, my frame rate or my bit rate is just going off the walls, so it's unfortunate. Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite movie of all time. I think it's a tie between that and Goodfellas. Howl's Moving Castle is just a masterpiece. I love everything about it. I love the soundtrack. I love the characters. The Lighthouse, if you haven't seen it, it's a really artsy. It's by the maker of The Witch and most recently The Northman. It is a trip of a movie. It's got Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson in it. It's a super good movie. Total Recall, love it. Old school Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, you know, heady cerebral science fiction film, super fun. Baby Driver, Edgar Wright film. Soundtrack is just absurd in it, and like the whole movie like syncs with the soundtrack. So super fun there. Goodfellas, it's a mob movie. It's one of my favorite movies. That's also kind of tied for one of my favorites. Logan's Run, another sci-fi. You can kind of see I like the sci-fi or the like. I don't know, I like the weirder films, generally speaking. Your Name, an anime film. Kind of heartfelt, kind of sad. I like it. The Big Short. I watched that very recently when all the like crypto buzz and stock buzz was going on. The GameStop stock buzz stuff was going on. That was fun. A fun watch. That's a super fun movie if you ever just want to like watch a movie with a group of friends. Ride Your Wave is another kind of like Your Name-esque movie. I like it. It's like surfy and like the art style is super cute. This one is a throwback. Big Trouble in Little China. This is who made this movie? I can't remember his name. He's a pretty prolific director. So Big Trouble in Little China it's camp times 11. It's like one of the best movies to watch and like talk through and riff on with I should read the book for Hal. Maybe I will. Tenet, the Chris Nolan flick, super fun watch. Again, it's like that heady sci-fi type stuff. Call Me by Your Name, kind of a old school like LGBTQ, what's it called? Like iconic film. I think it's Italian, and it's about like this guy, you know, travels over to like visit his dad. I think it's in Italy. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's, you know, it's one of those movies that like is on the checklist. Anything Disney, I'm a simp for Disney. I love Disney films. I love Disney music. I listen to it all the time. And then Little Miss Sunshine, kind of a dark comedy, super fun movie. I like movies that I can watch with like a group of people and like chill and like riff with. Okay, my goals for this stream. My goals for this channel. I want to showcase everything that this planet has to offer. I want to show off what people on this planet can do. I know there's so much innate talent in the world, and I really want to show it off. So I want to use this channel as a lens for that. And fighting games, I think, are a great way to do that. I want to start a tournament series. That's one of my main goals. I want to be a big time. I want to run a major. I want to use this as a platform to maybe launch a major someday. I want to improve upon myself as well through games. I want to learn about myself. I think fighting games are the perfect introspective lens to get to know yourself. And I want to create a space for everyone to be themselves. For too long in my life, I was afraid to share my passion. I was afraid to geek out. I was afraid to be me for like a long time. And I don't want anyone to ever have to do that. So I really want to create a space where everybody can be themselves and share what they're passionate about and be kind to one another and form a community. Twitch partner wouldn't be bad. And I want to have fun with it. You know, I'm loving doing this. So the opportunity that everyone has afforded me here, the fact that people come through and view, it's just flooring, and I'm so happy that I can do this for everybody. You know, like the support I get makes me just well up every single time. Hashtags. So, like any good VTuber, I want to have my hashtags. I did check these a couple days ago, and I didn't see any tweets on them, so hopefully they're still free. General, hashtag Ryer on stream. If you're talking about me, if you're, if you think, if you're talking about the stream while it's going on, or you're talking about me as a character or as a streamer, hashtag Ryer on stream. Art. Big Trouble in Little China is hilarious. Yeah, y'all are so far. I'm dropping frames again. Y'all are so far behind. It's okay though. We'll the VOD will be on YouTube, and we're hanging out. We're in no rush, right? Art. If you draw art for me or have art that involves me, hashtag RyerFG collection. Clips. Hashtag RyerFG clips. I put an underscore on that one just to kind of differentiate it. For live tweets, hashtag live Ryer. A little bit of a play on words there, trying to make it like live wire. And if you make any graphics, assets, or thumbnails for me, which I would never ask directly, but I know some people like to support in that way, hashtag Ryer assets. I want to name my community, so I want to have a name for y'all. You might have heard it earlier in the stream. Subs are my tournament staff, so I'm going to say welcome to the tournament staff when you join as a subscriber. And my followers are the challengers, the people who participate in my tournaments and the people who challenge us to be, better every day. So tournament staff and challengers are names that I'm going to use moving forward. Yeah, the delay is unfortunate, but that is the last slide. And I'm going to chill here for a bit while y'all catch up. And I'm going to say, do you want to ask me anything? If any questions come through, it would be appreciated. Unfortunately, we are lagging. It really breaks my heart. At least we weren't lagging during the exhibitions. But it really breaks my heart that we're lagging right now. I'm sorry, folks. I can't control my ISP. It's not even unbearable either. It's like just passable enough where, I'm frustrated by it. Let me see where we're at. Let me hit play on the stream. Okay, I'm in the goals screen right now, so not too bad. Yeah, it's an unstable connection. It's unfortunate. You'll catch up though. Let me see where the perfect. Okay, so you're not that far behind. You're about a slide and a half behind. So I'll wait for everyone to catch up, and then we'll have a little Ask Me Anything as time allows. Man, that delay is going to be killer, actually. I can't believe we're dropping frames. It's so sad. I'm gonna have to call my ISP after this, I guess, and just see, like, what's the deal? Like, why does this keep happening? It's happening like once a week at this point. Yeah, this has been a pleasure. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through. We got so many new followers. We got subs, gift subs. This is more than I expected, actually. So y'all are the best. You keep me going, and I look forward to being able to do more with this stream as time goes on. Yeah, I'll wait until some of that delay cakes off, and then I'll answer any questions that you have, and then we'll go from there. Thank you for your understanding. I'm so sorry it's so laggy. Let me see. Okay, you just got to the hashtag. Use the low latency toggle. Yeah, so I'm just starting to talk about my hashtags now. That is a good, like, 2-minute delay. And yeah, it keeps clipping. So unfortunate. Oh, goodness, Lid. Thank you for the raid. Unfortunately, I'm having bitrate issues. So if anybody hears me live, you might be able to actually get something out of it. But we are lagging like hell. So hopefully that comes through reasonably well. But yeah, we're having some ISP issues, and we did reach the end of the presentation. So if anyone does want to ask me anything, I'll sit here for another like 5 minutes or so and see if any questions roll through. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability, and then we'll call it from there. I'll say it again. I'm just glad that none of the exhibitions got inhibited. Yeah, stream is lagging, we know. There's a long delay. I am in the future right now, actually. It was stable for a minute. Yeah, thank you for the raid, Lid. Big shout outs to Lid. You already know, one of the best content creators out there for Under Night. Was last seen playing Choice Chamber? What is that? Man. Glad you went with some of the hashtag names. Yeah, absolutely. They were good ideas. I will, if people offer me good ideas, I will use good ideas. That is what I do. I can't believe this. But we got through it. We got through the presentation. I hope you all got to learn something about me. God, it's going to be a while to wait before these questions start rolling in. But we'll get there. It ain't a debut stream without a little bit of scuff, right? That's kind of tradition. Okay, so the Ask Me Anything just flashed up. Oh, what's your emoji? That's a good question. I can do it on mobile. Hold on, let me go into the chat on mobile. My emoji is this. Okay, I just posted it. Oh, the joystick is kind of weak on Twitch, but it's the fox and then a joystick emoji, which you can see on my Twitter is next to my name. Well, I think the debut is taking it up right now, but that's normally what's on my Twitter. So that response hopefully comes through sometime reasonable. Sorry again, folks. I know I should stop apologizing, but I was really hoping this wouldn't. Favorite genre of music? Thank you, Mag, for the tier 1. Or the Prime, excuse me. Thank you for the Prime. Enjoy your emotes and your extra channel points. Welcome to the tournament staff. Favorite genre of music. So I'm going to speak these, but I'm also going to answer them in text so you can get a reasonable, like, a reasonable response in time. My favorite genre of music is probably... It's probably... What do I listen to most often? It's probably like chill hop or like jazzy coffee shop music. Yeah, that's the best way I'll say it. I'm gonna have to peep the VOD, but I'm sure you had a blast. Yes. Question, first fighting game you really got into? That was Bluu Calamity Trigger. Wait. Yeah, that's the first one. That's the first one I really looked into Dust Loop for. That's the one where I looked up frame data. That's the one where I looked up combos and setups. Everything I played before that, I just mashed. And, you know, I could do special moves and stuff. But the first one that I really got into was Bluu. This is going to take a while to catch up. Yeah, throw a couple more. Wow, Lid just raided on the VOD. Put a couple more questions through if you got them. And I'll answer them. I'll keep this running a little bit. We are still dropping frames. It's so unfortunate. What is it like? What is it like having 4 ears? It's fine. I wouldn't know any different. So, you know, I'm used to it. It's just normal for me. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, the stream is just shot. It's so unfortunate. We didn't get to do the Q&A. I'll make it up to you. I'll make it up to you at some point. For sure. I'll make it up to y'all. But I think I'm going to cut the stream. Oh, if I cut the stream, it doesn't go on the VOD. But I don't want to just sit here and stare for like 2 minutes. What is the play? What is the play? Let me type, because I think typing is kind of live, right? So, what's the future like? That's a good one. It's laggy. Koyo, thank you for the gift sub. Congratulations to Omega Lid. Welcome to the tournament staff. And Lid coming into the tournament staff with an orange square, having been a previous subscriber. Yeah, you got the orange square. That's what, 3 months? 8 months. 6-month badge. You've subscribed for 8 months? Let's go, Lid. Dark meat or white meat? That's a good question. I'm answering these in text just to try to keep them. I actually like dark meat, but largely prefer veggie options if I can. Choice of chamber. Oh my goodness, you are so far behind. Oh my goodness, everyone's so far behind. But I'm typing the answers, so let me just, I'm typing the answers so they're hopefully a little more live. You'll hear me say them. And at some point, I will cut the stream just because I'll have to. Thank you for the follow. I fuck you. Nice name. Much appreciated. Welcome. Welcome to the challengers. We are... So I'm just communicating through chat, largely. Big thank you to everybody for coming through. Oh my god, so... It's a whole 5 minutes delayed? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I'm dropping like 10, 15% of my frames. So, that's so tragic. That's so bad. Why am I a streamer, and for how long have I streamed? I stream... Why do I stream? That's a good question. I stream... So, in my goals slide, I kind of talked about it. To share... I want to share my passion and... for fighting games, and I want to create a nice... a welcoming space for others. And then I have streamed for 4 months recently, but I used to stream much more actively on this channel about 2 years ago. From 2020 to 2021. Then took a long break. Gashu, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the challengers. Much appreciated. I hope you enjoy your stay. We got so many new followers today. It's amazing. Gashu, thank you so much for subscribing with the Prime. Welcome to the tournament staff. You moved up really quickly. Good to see you there. I'm sorry. Like, so I explained it in the text, but we're going to be super delayed. So definitely watch the VOD. So... Yeah, if you'll go to my YouTube, that'll be up tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. What franchise would you turn into a fighting game? Oh, that's easy. I have a couple. I would turn Hunter x Hunter into a fighting game. Frame 1. I think that's one of the best, highest potential ones for a fighting game. I would also want to see a Magic the Gathering fighting game. I think there's a lot of really cool characters in Magic the Gathering that are worth being in a fighting game. And then if I had to think of another one... What kind of fighting game would I want to see? Besides those are the two ones that always come to my mind first. I'm kind of looking around my room right now trying to get some inspiration. Oh, I would make a good Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game. That's what I would do. Because there are Yu Yu Hakusho fighting games, but they are not it. So... yeah. Yeah, I think Hunter x Hunter would make for an amazing fighting game. Bladecom cheering 1 bit. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Jace is a zoner? Oh my god, that would be so funny. Yeah, I would dig an MTG fighting game. Garruk. Oh, Garruk would be the puppet character? Or Saheeli. That would be so... like, there's a lot of potential there, right? But we are reaching the 3-hour mark, folks. This is going to probably be the last thing I say live. So I am going to give the warning in the chat. The stream is going to cut out. If you're watching the VOD, thank you for hanging out with me. It's been so much fun. I hope to you join our next stream. There is a stream tomorrow. It'll be Raging Loop. It'll be a visual novel stream. You probably won't hear this in the chat, but I'm going to type all this out really quick. Thank you so much again. There's so many subscribers. There's so many followers. It's only going to get better from here. I'm going to keep doing this. I love doing this. And all the support that's been brought through has been phenomenal. So thank you so much, folks. I love you all, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, let me type all this out. Glodikin, thank you for the follow. I'm a big fan. Nice man, Glodikin. I hope you are doing well. Oh, it just jumped? It might be catching up. Okay. Test. How'd we do? Okay, I'm answering the Hunter question right now. And I'm getting 1080p. Wait a minute. Are we better? My bitrate is going insane right now. Cheer 1. Okay, we're catching up. We're catching up. I don't think it jumped far. I think it's catching up. I'm hopeful. I refreshed and he's talking about Magic the Gathering characters. Try a refresh? Let's see if that works. Also, Ryer, I think I have another idea for an emote. Ooh, I just commissioned a few new emotes, and I need partner before I can actually get more emote slots. Hey, it worked. Ooh, okay. There's the Glodikin follow. Yeah, we're not that far behind now. Everybody, refresh your streams. There'd be so many characters I'd want to play in a Magic the Gathering fighting game. If it catches up, I'll do another 5 minutes or 10 minutes of chilling. So if it catches up, I'll start. I'm in the green. Hold on. Don't jinx it. I'm in the green now on bitrate. I think I'm okay. Think it's about 30, 40 seconds ahead. Yeah. Here, refresh again. Because I'm getting like live, basically. Yep. Yeah, we're live now. So, cool. I'll hang out another couple minutes. So, some of the questions that got answered might have gotten skipped, but it looks like we're live now. So I'm super excited. Oh my god. Okay, so let me just scroll up real quick. I can answer all the questions again really quickly. Well, I guess I answered them in text. That's fine. If you want to hear the full answers, I elaborated maybe a little bit more. But yeah, it's been super fun. I just thanked everybody for the follows, for the subs. I guess I can say this. We've got a schedule here. We've got tomorrow, Raging Loop, maybe finishing the game. Part 12? Part 13? We're pretty far into that game, so we'll be streaming again tomorrow. Ignore the previous days. So tomorrow I'll have an updated schedule for next week. But next week, I'm at CEO most of the week. So I won't be able to stream that much. I know, right after the big debut, but I won't be able to stream that much. Let's go back to chatting. If anyone does want to continue asking me anything or you just want to chat, let's take this time where now it's stabilized. Let's take this time to, chill a minute. Y'all have been so good to me today. Bunch of people came through. Y'all are just the best. My tournament staff and my challengers are just the best. I got way more support from all the communities than I thought I would. We got like 13, 14 subs today. That's crazy. I like doubled my sub count today. And then all the new followers too. We got like so many new faces coming through. I hope to see most of you come through again in the future. yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a lot of games to play. This stream's gonna go places, and it's been my pleasure to debut for you all today in a more official context. Get myself a little more well known, and yeah, it's just been super fun. So, got to shout out the socials. This is twitch.tv/RyerFGC. I stream fighting games and variety games 3 to 4 times a week on most weeks. Actually, it's more like 4 to 5 times a week now, isn't it? I've been kind of grinding. And then you can find me on Twitter at RyerOnStream. You can see that in the bottom left. I post my go live updates and try to do a little bit of content farming. I'm not good at Twitter though. But if you want to follow me, we can be friends. I will like and retweet everything you do. So there's that. And then YouTube/RyerOnStream. Well, it's not really /RyerOnStream. Search for RyerOnStream on YouTube. And you'll find all of my VODs posted 24 hours after I go live. So you can find this tomorrow on my YouTube. And I'm going to cut it into 2. I'm going to cut it into the exhibitions, and then I'm going to cut it into this slideshow and Ask Me Anything. And I might edit out some dead air. I might not. I might just make an indication that it's there. So thanks so much, everybody. I am going to call it here. We are starting to lag again. So you all are the best. You all be good to one another. And I will see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. for Raging Loop. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm happy. So thank you. We'll see y'all next time.